Good, happy Sunday morning. I'm Riley King, and welcome to the Riley King Newscast. Let's get started. First up, firefighters battle fire along Hampton Beach. Fire crews in Hampton were clearing up after a one-alarm fire Saturday night. The fire was first reported just after 7:30 p.m. at 123 Ashworth Avenue. The fire was brought under control by 8:45 p.m. Photos from the scene showed fire and smoke coming from the building. Crews from neighboring towns, including Seabrook, Amesbury, Exeter, Northampton, and Rye, responded to the scene. Hampton police said Ashworth Avenue had been closed at H Street because of the fire, but reopened by 9:45 p.m. There were no reports of injuries. And here's some photos of the fire. Here's a photo of the fire, everyone, as you can see. And here's another photo of it as well. Very intense. New Hampshire woman arrested for DWI after civilian pulls her over. A woman was arrested for driving while intoxicated after she nearly caused a head-on collision on Friday night. Hooksett police said they arrested Christina Ross, 36, of Exeter, after a civilian pulled her over for driving erratically and almost causing an accident. Police arrived to find Ross waiting with her vehicle off. They learned the civilian had asked Ross to turn off her vehicle and wait for police to arrive, and she cooperated. Ross refused to take any sobriety tests, but did admit that she was intoxicated. She was arrested for driving while intoxicated and released on personal recognition bail. She is scheduled to appear in court on February 10th. U.S. judge grants stay on deportations under Trump immigration order, but overall ban remains. Let's take a listen to the video from ABC News.
This, a Silicon Valley server farm, the vault to man's greatest wonders. Selfies, cat videos and winking emojis. Speaking of tech wonders, with the Geico app, you can get roadside assistance, digital ID cards, or even file a claim.
Do that. Yeah, that should work. It's not happening. Just try again.
I think I found your problem.
Thanks.
The award-winning Geico app. Download it today.
Breaking news: that sweeping fallout from President Trump's executive order on refugees and immigration. Tonight, there is chaos, confusion, and fear. In the Oval Office today, the president saying this is not a Muslim ban. So what does this order do? It temporarily bars all refugees from entry into the U.S. It suspends U.S. visas, and this is all centered around 7 predominantly Muslim countries. The impact immediate. Hundreds of people at airports overseas and at U.S. borders denied entry. Some passengers on the way to new lives here when that order took effect. The protests were swift. This is the scene right now at New York's JFK Airport, where nearly a dozen stranded travelers are being detained tonight. ABC's Eva Pilgrim is right there, and she starts us off.
Tonight, growing anger at the airport known as the gateway to America.
No hate, no fear. Refugees are welcome here.
Lawmakers racing to JFK in New York this morning as word emerges multiple passengers flying in from overseas were detained after the new executive order.
They both had valid visas. They got on board a plane before the executive order was issued, and when they got off the plane here, they were detained.
The number of detained growing to at least a dozen, including Haider al-Shawi, an Iraqi national on his way to join his wife and son already living in Texas. The family granted refugee status because of its association with the U.S. military, according to court filings. Tonight, his attorney tells us his wife is in shock.
It's obviously devastating to have your father, your husband, en route, and to think that he is on his way to a safe place to rejoin you in the United States.
Others detained at airport.
Going back to Iraq, really, I'm in terrible situation.
Stanford and other universities recommending students from some countries not travel. Google saying in a statement, we're concerned about the impact of this order and any proposals that could impose restrictions. Special immigrant visa because of his work with the U.S. military.
America is the greatest nation, the greatest people in the world.
And Eva Pilgrim joins us now from JFK tonight, where there is still so much confusion and, of course, those protests there behind you. Eva, how are the airlines dealing with this tonight?
Cecilia, each of the airlines has their own policy for how they are handling this. Some aren't allowing anyone from the banned country list to make the trip to the U.S. Others are allowing some passengers with specific visas and green cards to fly. Most are offering refunds to those passengers who are unable to travel. Cecilia?
And you'll be staying on this story through the night for us. Eva, thank you.
Okay, and there you go on that report. We will keep you updated on that story as more things develop and things like that. Unauthorized woman slipped into GOP retreat on same day Trump visited. A woman used counterfeit credentials and impersonated a congressional spouse to attend a Republican retreat this week on the same day President Donald Trump and Vice President Mike Pence and British Prime Minister Theresa May met with lawmakers in Philadelphia. And that does it for the Riley King Newscast right here on the Riley King Network. I hope you all have a great rest of your Sunday. See you back here later on today. Goodbye, everyone.